Ever finish a great science fiction book? One that transports you to a totally different world, or gives you an imaginative vision of the future, and then wish you could live in the book's world a little bit longer, only to find out that it's a standalone? I'm Justin from Riveted by Simon Teen, and today we want to share with you 5 great young adult sci-fi reads, each of which are the first in an extremely awesome series. Let's dive in! Number 1, Sky Without Stars by Jessica Brody and Joanne Rendell. It's such a wonderfully perfect concept that we're surprised no one thought of it sooner. Sky Without Stars is a retelling of Les Miserables, but wait for it, in space. It trades the streets of France for a French planet named La Terre, where 3 very different teens, a thief, an officer, and a guardian, make up an unlikely team to take down the oppressive ruling class. Join the revolution as Jessica Brody and Joanne Rendell retell Victor Hugo's classic novel in an innovative and accessible new way. If you end up wanting one day more with these characters after finishing Sky Without Stars, the book's sequel Between Burning Worlds is out now. Number 2, Fate of Flames by Sarah Raleigh, book number 1 of the Effigy series. Raleigh deftly describes this series as Pacific Rim meets Sailor Moon, and that combination makes for an unputdownable novel. The book follows 4 girls, each with the ability to control an element, who form a superpower team called the Effigies. What are they fighting? Oh, only phantoms, massive beasts of nightmare. Totally normal, non-terrifying stuff. The Effigy series continues with Siege of Shadows and Legacy of Light, which are just as captivating and inclusive as the first book. Number 3, Want by Sydney Pond. In a world plagued by pollution, the rich wear special suits to protect them from illness and early death. As for the rest of the citizens of a near-future Taipei, they're left to suffer. That is until our protagonist Jason Joe and his friends decide to rise up and change things. The group sets out to infiltrate the powerful Jin Corp, which manufactures both the special suits and the pollution that makes them necessary. It all seems relatively straightforward for Jason, but, and there's always a but, his plan gets more complicated when he begins to catch feelings for Dayu, the daughter of Jin Corp's CEO. This timely story of the haves and the have-nots is filled to the brim with action, heists, and romance that will leave you wanting more. See what we did there? So be sure to pick up the next installment in the series Ruse to get the full story. Number 4, This Mortal Coil by Emily Suveda. The question at the heart of this thrilling sci-fi read is a fascinating one. What if you could rewrite your own DNA, effectively allowing you to change your body, and maybe even your mind with a few lines of code? Kat, the protagonist of This Mortal Coil, lives in a world where this is possible, and uses her gene hacking skills to get answers about the disappearance of her father and the cure to a horrifying plague that has ravaged society. It's a premise that lends itself to some good old sci-fi fun and pretty major plot twists, and This Mortal Coil definitely delivers in both departments. The Mortal Coil series is a trilogy, so feel free to move on to This Cruel Design and This Vicious Cure when you finish up this debut novel from author Emily Suveda. Number 5, Scythe by Neil Shusterman. A world with no hunger, no disease, no war, no misery. In Scythe, humanity has conquered all those things. It's even conquered death. Only scythes can end life, and this book follows the journey of 2 teenagers chosen to be apprentices to a scythe, a role neither of them really wants. Neil Shusterman has woven a chilling sci-fi tale for the ages, even earning the Prince Honor for Scythe, which recognizes excellence in books for teens. Scythe asks complicated societal and moral questions like, what does it really mean to live in a utopia? Hint hint, it's not all it's cracked up to be. And once you finish Scythe, you'll have no choice but to read its 2 equally riveting sequels, Thunderhead and The Toll. Okay, so now you're ready to dive headfirst into a brand new sci-fi series. Be sure to emotionally prepare yourself for thrills, laughs, heartbreak, drama, romance, and did we mention heartbreak? Have you read any of the books on this list? Sound off in the comments down below. Also, we want to know, what's your all-time favorite young adult sci-fi series? Be sure to like and subscribe to Simon Teen for more book lists, and until next time, happy reading.